I was thinking a lot yesterday about Kyler Murray's agent's statement, which I have right here again. We go deeper into the stories. First of all, the first thing we talked about is just how impressive the stationery is. And then this very long treatise
Small
from
type.
Agent Eric Burkhart, all caps, some of them in bold, some in italics. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And again, the headline being that Kyler wants to be direct with loyal Arizona Cardinals fans and the great community of the Valley, and stating his two very important goals and objectives. One, he wants to be your long-term quarterback, absolutely wants to be your long-term quarterback. Two, he desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. And then it goes on and on and on about how terrific he has been for the team, and that's the truth. And then it goes on and on and on about that he needs to have long-term stability for both the organization and himself to overtly communicate Kyler's desire to be the Cardinals' long-term quarterback. We sent a detailed contract proposal to the organization. That's in the middle of all this, and I was thinking about it. Why? I called this weird yesterday. It's weird. Okay?
I think that's fair.
To put this all out there, and Daniel Jeremiah came on the show yesterday. He said Steve Keim, the GM, probably had a chuckle, maybe rolled his eyes a little bit. They have contractual control on him. This is his fourth year in the NFL. There's a fifth-year option that can be picked up, and then there's some franchise tags at their disposal. They have him under contract for a while. Why do this? Why? What's the point? You're not going to spook him into doing something you don't. I don't think. Or why put everything out there? Why so upset to scrub your Instagram account first and then call everything else nonsense and put this out? And I thought a long time about it. I don't have any personal. I haven't made any phone calls or anything like that. I haven't gotten to Indianapolis yet. And trust me, you don't need to put your ear to the ground to hear anything there. Everybody's just in elevators, and everywhere that you see anybody, there's chatter, chit chatter. Number of times when I get to the combine, somebody pulls me aside and goes, "You have no idea what I just heard about fill in the blank." Who told you that? A scout. Who told you that? Somebody was an assistant to a trainer. Who told you that? An agent. Who told you that? Oh, I heard that from some guy. I trust the guy. It's nonstop. Chatter, chatter, chatter. I'm going to hear nothing but talk about this over the next 4 to 5 days. Thus, just going about my business here, trying to be best dad ever, and before heading out on a flight. But there's just you just keep coming back to it, knowing that they've put a plan in front of the team. And then if they've done that either before or after the Instagram account scrubbing, it still doesn't matter. They've put it on the table, and then you see this thing. And what does it lead to? What's the purpose? And the only thing I could come up with is it's priming the pump and already putting your case before the jury in the court of public opinion if you have an intention of asking for a trade if you don't get the contract that you want right now. That's the only explanation I could think of to do this. Not saying that's their plan. Not saying that it's expected to do that. Whatever the verbiage of a news and information person in our business is, what does it serve? Hey, everybody, I'm talking to loyal Arizona Cardinals fans. He absolutely wants to be your long-term quarterback. He absolutely wants to win, desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. Don't pay attention to that baseball stuff, because he's not. We have put on the table something that we feel is appropriate for the commitment it will take in order for these two objectives to be your long-term quarterback and to desperately win a Super Bowl. We have done that. And actions speak much louder than words in this volatile business, which was put all in bold. Now it's simply up to the Cardinals to decide if they prioritize their rapidly improving 24-year-old, already two-time Pro Bowl quarterback, blah, blah, blah. We know how good he is. Kyler remains hopeful that the organization chooses to commit so that he can continue leading the Cardinals to further success and value for many years to come. It's about money. It's about the contract on the table. And if they don't do it, if they go ahead and just say, we're going to pick up the 5th-year option and make you play in year 4, why do this unless your plan is to say, I want out? And don't give us crap for saying, I want out, when we put out that statement saying exactly what we wanted out of this thing before we didn't get the commitment that we told you we're searching for. That's the only thing I could come back to is why do it? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury in the court of public opinion in the great state of Arizona, ladies and gentlemen in the court of public opinion in this district court of the Red Sea, in the Valley of the Sun, I give you Exhibit A. We said this on February 28th, 2022. Don't be surprised when we say we want out and we are done here, because we have already let you know what we've done. I don't see any other reason for it. That's a quiver in the arsenal, ready to be sent in the direction of Arizona. Why else do it? You know? Maybe you're just trying to stir the pot, get something right now. And then what? And then you're just going to go show up at training camp? Like, yeah, I only did all that just to, like, what's the purpose? Well, or make you seem like you're going to do it if you don't get what you want? I don't know.
Maybe not the same exactly, but Russell Wilson kind of did the same thing last year.
He didn't say I want out. He didn't demand. He said, here's a list of teams that interest me. Here's a list of teams
that I'm not asking for a trade, but I would accept a trade too.
He didn't go the full Monty.
Right.
He didn't go the distance. He didn't go the distance. This, to me, this statement means I'm ready to go the distance. Or you're giving that impression. But don't come blowing it back in the direction of number one. When he says, I want out, I'm not showing up. I'm not coming to the off-season workout program in April. Don't be surprised if he's not there, because he already told you. Does he want out? No, he's just withholding his services. He's just not happy with the team yet. Doesn't show up to training camp. Different ball of wax. Now, that's far into the distance. And you want to extend this, and you really want to put the screws on a team that can't make the move to try and stay competitive in the toughest division in football, which is words that are put in here in the statement, right at the last minute. And then it could be just a showdown of like, okay, you don't want to play football? Fine. We have your rights. You don't get paid? Fine. That's maybe when you might see somebody showing up in the leadoff spot in the Bay Area. Yeah. I don't know. But I kept thinking, why do this unless you have the intention of going the distance? Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.